Sorry about the change in our setup. We are just doing a casual chores ASMR type of live. The first host of today is Sachi Mama. That's her nickname. Her name is Suji, Suji. And because I'm a Bengali mother of these kitty cats, I call her Sachi Mama. That's her nickname, followed by Mama. And I wanted to show you Baji, but he is currently investigating probably his newly cleaned toilet. Hello, Harper. Hello, Adventures of Austin. So, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the live, and please do like the live. Over there is Baji. Baji! Baji! So we have been extremely busy with some cleaning and some chores, some rather difficult chores. And so I'm sort of a mess and I need to take a shower, so I'm not on the camera right now. But indeed, we have Baji and Suji able to entertain you for a little bit. And I need to keep doing certain chores and finish cleaning up. I have some dishes to do, and I already cleaned the apartment and took out the trash, and Baji, Suji, Fuji's bathroom got cleaned. And look at this. This is usually where their food is, their food station. But because we're cleaning, some things have moved around. And indeed, this cat tree has taken so much damage that it created a lot of mess. And I've been cleaning. And so I'm gonna finish cleaning. Here's my floor mop cleaner thing. Suji and Baji are gonna be over here giving you company. And here are the Target bags of my laundry that will be going downstairs. So today has been a very full day of chores. I had some difficult things I had to accomplish today with certain life things that I have to take care of. And then I had a ton of cleaning. So here we are, though, saying hi to everybody. And so that's what's going on. We're gonna hang out for a bit, say hi to everybody, see all your comments, read all your comments, give you guys a shout out. So if you're here, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the live. Baji will come back into the frame in a little bit, I'm sure. Thank you so much for being here. This is me and my voice, not my face today, but maybe at the end of the live I can show my face as well. And thank you indeed. Here is Sachi Mama investigating some Target bags of laundry. This laundry will need to go downstairs into the basement for the laundry loads, and I think she is currently having fun with it because this is sort of new. And this is sort of the chore that did not get done yet today, but a lot of other things got accomplished. I am showing off this newly cleaned hallway and this newly cleaned kitchen and living room. I'm actually gonna do a little bit more cleaning, so you're gonna hear me do that. Thank you so much again for joining. We can talk about physics as well. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. I will read all your comments and chat messages, and indeed I thank you all for being here. Harper says hi. Adventures of Austin, hello. Harper says, I'm first, I'm finally here again. Harper, how have you been? Indeed, we have missed you, so it's good to see you here. Can we get 20 likes, please? Can we get 10 likes and then 20 likes? That would be amazing. So much fun. I'm just laying in bed. I have a soccer game at 8 a.m. Wow. Well, good luck to you, Harper. Miranda says hi. Hi, Miranda. Harper says, hi, kitties. I have a lacrosse game at 1200. Wow. Look at you guys and your sports sporting adventures. I was going to say sports endeavors or sporting efforts or sporting adventures. Look at you guys. Lacrosse, soccer. Goodness gracious me. I guess tomorrow is going to be a busy Saturday for everybody. If you're joining, welcome to the live, and please do tell us what you're going to be up to this weekend. We should be going live again on the weekend as well. Sometimes we skip the weekend. Last couple of weekends I haven't been able to go live, but this weekend I'm actually working. It's going to be a working weekend, and we will certainly try to go live again at least a couple more times this weekend. And indeed, it's very good to see everybody. Baji is using the newly cleaned bathroom that he he found Suji over here. He came over here just to say hi, but then, oh look, Suji's about to pounce, I think. He came over here to say hi to me, and then because, oh my gosh, look at that butt wiggle. Oh my gosh, Suji has startled Baji. Some things are a little bit out of place because I've been cleaning, so the cleaning has been the main objective. Not Target shopping. Those are the Target bags that sometimes from the past, where the grocery comes in the Target bags. Acacio says, "Hola Baji and friends." Hi Acacio, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your kind comments. Really do appreciate it. Mexi Ghost says, "Hello my dear friend." Hello Mexi Ghost, thank you so much as well for your support to the channel, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the emojis and the hearts and everything like that. Thank you so much. Can you please like the live, everybody? If you could please like the live and give us some likes, that would be awesome. Here is Sachi again. I've been sitting on this thing that I usually keep in the kitchen as a step stool. What am I saying? Step stool, and also a place to sit on. Sometimes when I get things together, getting things out of either low places or high places. When I gather all the trash from under the sink, or I have to reach something high. And so here is Baji. I think he was trying to get love from Suji, but Suji is in a playful mood, so she was basically trying to startle him into a play fight, but he is currently not engaging, taking that bait. You went Target shopping, says Mexi Ghost Hunter. So these Target bags are from my groceries. Adventures of Austin says, I have 2 cute cats, but they're both over 20 pounds. Mexi Ghost Hunter, thank you so much. Austin, thank you. Harper, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. You're not alone. One of my cats are almost 19 pounds. Have you given them catnip? I have, so not today. They don't get catnip every single day. They just get their normal food every day. Normal dry and wet food and whatnot in playtime. So they don't really get any kitty cat drugs every single day. That's just more like a once in a while type of thing. Baji! So Baji, some people have been saying that you're extremely beautiful. So Baji would like to say thank you, and that he understands that beauty is, that is true. I mean, beauty is naturally available and existing, and he happens to embody it quite well. And for that, he would like to thank the universe and thank his audience. They also have anxiety. I'm just starting to realize that my cats are not very normal. Aw. Well, cats can sometimes have anxiety. That's, they are sort of scaredy cats, you know. Depends on the situation, I suppose. Baji has quite a bit of anxiety as well. But he especially has separation anxiety, and he does get scared of new people. As much as he wants love, and he wants love from everybody, he also kind of does hide and get scared when there is something new going on. My cats are weird, says Harper. My little white cat lost some. Oh. Well, here is Baji. I think Sachi Mama just used the litter robot. Oh my gosh, so now they're chasing each other. There we go. They're chasing each other. I'm gonna continue to clean the space here and their food station, and you will see as soon as I put their feeder thing down and put the new bowls down and everything like that, they're gonna come running and want more snacks and treats. So what I'll do is I'll clean right here more because mom is not done cleaning. I want to do another little round of the mop cleaning thing. I'll set the phone down on the counter. Then I will put the, then I'll do some dishes, get those done. Then I'll put their food station down. And as soon as that happens and they hear it, they'll all be here asking for snacks. And you can watch them do that as well and see that happen. We're thinking of getting another cat. Mine, either white or yellow. Any names? Oh my gosh, we should definitely brainstorm names. Austin says, how old are your cats? Mine are 4. So, Mexi Ghost, we should definitely think of some names together. How about Timothy? We rescued our cats. We foster cats in the summer. So when I got my cat Oliver, the rescue people thought he was, oh my gosh. Oh no. How about Timothy as the cat name? Mexi Ghost Hunter. How about that? All right, guys. So give me 1 second. Let me finish up the cleaning here. I'll keep chatting with you, and you'll see the cats again very soon. So don't go anywhere. Keep hanging out and keep chatting and putting your comments in the chat. Really love to see everybody's thoughts and comments and chat messages, and love to read them as well. Thank you. Oh, Sachi's already here. See, she doesn't like to spend too long away from mom. Sachi! Hi, Sachi Mama. Also, Sachi is the bravest of them all, so she does not shy away from all the cleaning. When the cleaning happens, Fuji and Suji both give me a lot of company. And especially Suji is not generally afraid of the vacuum as much as the other two are. So that's nice. Oh my god, look at where she is. Here, I'll show you. You can hear my cleaning as well as look at where she's going. There. Set that over here. Hi, Soji. Thank you, Mexi Ghost. How are you? So how was your day today? Hi, Suji. This is quite a nice instrument for cleaning, actually, that I peruse now and then. Actually, Suji likes her wall hanging shelves so much, she doesn't want to be away from them. been cleaning for a while today, but I've also taken breaks. So it feels like this has been going on for a while, but actually I've taken breaks to do other things. I've gone out a couple times to accomplish something else today, so that's what's been taking longer. And here I am finishing up, so that's why I appreciate everybody's patience. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with a regular live and go over physics content and all that good stuff as per usual. Sometimes when we do these sort of chore lives and regular lives where I still catch up with you guys. Oh, your lab is hard and rain is coming. I see. Goodness. Hi, Sachi. So I didn't realize you work in a lab until recently. What kind of lab is it? Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. Aw, Sachi Mama. Aw. Thank you for the emojis. Work as usual. Lab is hard and rain is coming. I think it's gonna rain tomorrow here as well. I think it's gonna be a rainy weekend. So that's why I'm actually planning to work and accomplish more things. I do think it's going to be a pretty rainy weekend here as well. Whoops. He, Sachi. Sachi Mama is cleaning herself. So the house got clean today. Now Sachi's cleaning herself. And now Mama will do dishes. And then Mama will put their food down and set up their auto feeder, and then Mama will shower, and then Mama will go to bed. It's been a long day. Lots of things have been going on today. When I have lacrosse tomorrow, if it rains, which it's not supposed to, they keep the game going, even if it's pouring rain. Really? Wow. They keep the game going. Rain or shine. Goodness, that's quite something, huh? That's quite something. Hi. Okay. Oh. Sachi, your face is so cute. Your face is so cute. You're so cute. Chire mere bhalo. Chire mere bhalo. What's the big deal about another bar stool? Sachi, you please ruin the bar stool for me. Shona to tumi. Shona to. Oh, Baji is back. Wow. Sachi mama, তোমার মতো সোনা না আমি কোনোদিন দেখিনি। এত pretty না। Pretty girl, little pretty girl. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. So very pretty. Okay. Let's do the dishes. Can't get distracted by kitty cats, but I do get distracted by kitty cats all day. However, we also try to accomplish things. It's a Friday. It's been kind of a long week, actually. Kind of a long week. We have been doing certain things that are sort of needed. Some needful things. Oh, baby. Okay, Sachi. Be a good girl. Mama's gonna do dishes, okay? Love you, baby. Actually, I'll come over here. I wish I could play some music without doing a copyright issue. Without getting a copyright issue, y'all can stay with Mr. Baji. They're coming over here expecting food. Mama's still doing dishes, washing hands, doing dishes. Then your food's gonna be set up, okay? Hello, thank you so much for being here. Can we get 10 likes? I have two cats, Batman and Luna. You can probably guess which one I named. Batman and Luna, you can probably guess which one I named. Luna? Is that the one you named? I don't know. Or Batman. Could be either one. Luna has some significance with astronomy, right? So I thought maybe you named that one. Batman, I see. Hi Mike D. How are you? Thank you for your support. Can you please like the live? Can you please like the live? Now we're gonna do dishes. Y'all can hang out and be supportive. Sachi's expecting snacks. Sachi, it's not time yet. It's not time. Let me do dishes. Okay, then your food station. Snacks, water. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. I use Palmolive soap, and you? Currently I'm using what's this soap called? Can we talk about astronomy while you're doing the dishes? Yes, of course. Ask your astronomy questions, Austin. Right now in the kitchen, I'm using Mysore Sandal soap, and in the bathroom upstairs, I'm using Liril. 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 So I'm using these Indian soaps. Downstairs, I have Mysore Sandal soap, and upstairs, I have Liril. So that's what I'm using. Good question. I had to think about that for a second. Can we talk about astronomy? Yes. So tell me what you want to hear about today, Austin. Hang out with Suji and talk about astronomy. Hi, Sachi. Sachi Mama, you're so cute. You're so very, very cute. Hi. Hi. Okay. Oh, they hear their bowls. So they're very, very excited. Very excited. So very excited upon hearing the bowls. Oh, Fuji Baba! Hi, Shona. Fuji Baba realized it's maybe a snack time, so he has come downstairs as well. Fuji Baba is like, if snacks are happening, then I definitely want to be a part of this. Are snacks happening? Yes, they are. Very soon. Oh, shoot. Oh, I made a mess. Where's that mop thing? Okay. Some of the bowls had water in them, and I made a mess. Whoops. These guys are acting a little bit like I didn't give them dinner, but I did. You are a little bit lying. Y'all are lying. I did give you dinner. I gave you dinner and then I gave me dinner. So I remember. Things are a little slippery here, to be honest. I was a little astonished by the slipperiness of things. Oh gosh, sorry guys. Okay, let's see your question. How do black holes work, and what is your favorite planet and why? Sachi Mama. So my favorite planet is Venus. We'll talk about Venus in a bit. How do black holes work? Well, black holes are a type of stellar remnant. That's how we get black holes. Sometimes when a star dies, it gets compressed enough under gravitational collapse to the point of becoming a black hole. So there are 3 types of stellar remnants. These are white dwarf, neutron stars, and black holes. And exactly which one the star will become depends on the initial mass of the star. So we have some lives in the past where we've talked more specifics about exactly what the masses have to be and whatnot, the ranges and whatnot from that particular book that I mentioned before. Can you hear me? Foundations of Astrophysics. Hi. Hi, lover, toy pups. Thank you so much for being here. Can you please like the live? Can we get 10 likes? Thank you. So we talked about the exact masses and the ranges of masses that you have to be in order to become either a white dwarf or a neutron star or a black hole. When a star collapses under its own gravitation, which happens when it runs out of the nuclear power that fuels it. So as long as I was going to say sun, but our sun is an example of a star. As long as the star is burning its nuclear fuel, as in it's burning something to make something else, such as our sun is burning hydrogen to make helium. You know, you could make even heavier elements, carbon, oxygen, all that as well in a star. All the way up to iron or even higher, actually. But iron has a very stable nucleus. So generally speaking, making iron means that you've attained a sort of stable nucleus, and your nuclear work that you're doing in the belly of a star might start to die down after making iron. So a lot of the very big stars have an iron core. And those stars that basically have a belly full of iron basically have turned all of their matter, all of the lighter elements, into iron by doing nuclear physics. So every star is basically a nuclear reactor. So imagine having a nuclear reactor in your belly. And as long as you're still doing some kind of nuclear physics, you're good. Your reactor still works. And you can make heavier and heavier elements. But generally, once you've made iron, you're starting to maybe die down a little bit because iron is very stable. And so to make the elements heavier than iron, you need more pressure, more heat, more energy. So once you start doing that, you're gonna burn out even faster, okay? So anyway, a lot of massive stars do have an iron core, meaning that they were able to make a ton of iron. And that becomes their core. If you have enough heat and energy and pressure to make iron, then why not? So anyways, once such a star collapses because it no longer does nuclear power and it no longer has an active nuclear reactor able to basically exert pressure outward to keep it as a star that's burning, it instead will collapse under its own gravitation because a star has a lot of mass and the gravitation wants it to collapse, wants it to get compressed down. Gravitation wants us all closer together, compressed, collapsed. We talk about this even in the scale of the universe as far as why the universe doesn't collapse on itself, right? So same thing goes for a star. Once it collapses, its collapse can be very extreme depending on the mass of the star. It can make something like a white dwarf if it's sort of a smaller star, like our sun. If it's something like our sun or maybe sun and a half mass, like 1.4-ish solar masses. Then the endpoint will be a white dwarf, which is supported by electron degeneracy pressure. Um, I'm still answering your first question, Austin, because you asked a good one. So I'm gonna keep answering that one. And then we'll move on to the next question. Okay. Can we get 10 likes? Can we get a super chat, by the way? That would be most helpful. So, depending on the mass, if it's something like 1.4 solar masses, it will become a white dwarf. And you might ask, why does it become a white dwarf? Why does it not collapse to a black hole, even when it's 1.5 solar masses? And that is because there is something else at play, keeping this object as a compressed object, but not so compressed that it becomes a black hole. And that thing is electron degeneracy pressure. So we talk about this too in a lot of detail in previous lives. You may want to check those out. The next thing is the stars that are even heavier than 1.5 solar masses. Those, when they die and they collapse, they become neutron stars. And that's another type of compact object where the gravitational collapse has led to a compression and a collapse down to a neutron star. And neutron stars have the radius of same size as Manhattan. So like a 10-mile radius. So that's not very big. That's very compressed. So when we first discovered neutron stars, to see that level of compression of a massive object, like a massive star, compressing down to the level of an object whose radius is the size of New York, was really startling and remarkable, but also rather encouraging in some ways, because it pointed to the fact that such extreme collapse and compression is indeed a thing. And if something can compress and collapse to the extreme level of a neutron star with a 10-mile radius, going from so big of a star to something like 10-mile radius is nothing compared to how big that star was. Even our sun, just imagine how big it is compared to 10-mile radius, right? Even our Earth compared to 10-mile radius is extremely big. So it comes from an extreme level of gravitational collapse where it goes down to that level of compression. And so the end state of those bigger, more massive stars when they collapse is the neutron star. And generally those stars will have core collapse. Supernova is the way they would explode and die. And those generally will have an iron core in their belly. Okay? So it's important to study all of this. And we have definitely covered this topic as well in the past in more detail in our past live streams. A lot of people spend their whole careers talking about, studying and then talking about supernovae. So if you're interested in that, for sure, we've covered that as well in some detail. So that's the situation with the more massive stars, more massive than the 1.5 solar masses stars, okay? Quite a bit more massive, probably like 5 solar mass, 10 solar mass, these stars. The exact ranges are things we've mentioned in the previous lives, and I would look them up to get the exact masses that you have to be in order to make these end states. The next thing is black holes. So black holes were predicted in theory as an even more extreme gravitational collapse of a star. to make a black hole. So when a star, even more massive star, with an even more spectacular death of, or a collapse under its own gravitation, when it collapses, it may just collapse down to a black hole. This was already predicted by general relativity and people who studied these types of things. Sometimes when people studied these types of things and they found this to be a mathematical outcome, they didn't really believe in that. They called this point star, dark star, black hole. You know, black hole, why? Because it's an object from which even light cannot escape. Its gravitational field is very strong. But even though people kind of knew about them mathematically, that does not mean that they liked them, okay? You can know about something and predict it mathematically and still be sort of against it. Can we get 10 likes? So let me get that mop. What is that mop? So that was the issue, is that people kind of sort of really did not like the fact that the mathematical prediction allowed for black holes to be a thing. Einstein didn't like it. I think there was this guy, I believe it was Eddington, who also did not like it. Chandrasekhar tried to work on them, but I think he was stomped down on, and so he did not continue working on black holes. But he did contribute, of course, to the Chandrasekhar limit, as we know, with white dwarfs. So I'm saying these words, which I hope that you will look up and learn them in more detail, because I'm not covering every single detail, but I'm giving you the points that you can then Google and whatnot. And if you have any questions, as I keep saying these things, you should ask them. So anyways, we saw how Chandrasekhar was kind of bullied out of working on the black hole stuff. That can happen in academia. Sometimes people are not very nice. And if they don't like what you're working on, they bully you a lot. And you might just give up on something. So, but then there was more studying of this phenomena, and people actually found in observation, if you experimentally find black holes, then nobody can deny them. So people actually found black holes to be a thing that actually did exist. And so, turns out that yes, sometimes certain even more bigger stars, even more massive stars, will have an extreme collapse all the way down to a black hole, which is basically an even more compressed object and has a very strong gravitational field, which curves space-time so much so that even light cannot escape from its event horizon. Event horizon is a part of the black hole, and there is some math that goes with the black hole with general relativity, and there is this thing called Schwarzschild radius. Schwarzschild was the guy who actually took Einstein's equations and solved them for black holes, and he was very successful in doing this. And so we say that basically if you take a massive object and you compress it down to its Schwarzschild radius, then it becomes a black hole and even light won't escape it. So you basically set the escape velocity from this object to the speed of light. And that's how you do the math. And it actually kind of simplifies the math. All you have to do is not let light escape from this thing with some mass m, and out you get the Schwarzschild radius, which will give you the radius of the black hole. So anyway, you asked how black holes work, and this was my long-winded answer because I cannot give too much shorter of an answer. This is already quite short, actually. There's even more details that one can learn about black holes and Schwarzschild radius and general relativity and all the ways in which you can make one. Well, really, actually, you would have a star dying and getting compressed down to a black hole. That's pretty much how you make one. But then this does not include, I didn't say too much about supermassive black holes. Those actually happen because a black hole keeps on eating more matter, and there is more material from its surroundings that's falling into this black hole. Over time, it becomes bigger and bigger. So that's the other little sentence on supermassive black holes. But in general, when somebody says black hole, we would imagine that they mean the stellar remnant option. So when stars die, there's three options: becoming a white dwarf or a neutron star or a black hole. And that's how a black hole is made. Okay? So thank you, Austin, for that question. Hopefully that helps. And we have covered this topic in quite a bit of detail in the past, in lots of different lives. So hopefully you come across those episodes. And you asked, what's my favorite planet and why? My favorite planet is Venus. What's the difference between an asteroid, a comet, and a meteor? That's a great question as well. I don't eat chicken, fish. Okay. Hello, Mike D. Hello, Austin. Hello, everybody. Thank you for the astronomy questions. If you have any other questions, let me know. So for the discussion on what's an asteroid versus a comet versus a meteor, I would refer you to one of my episodes where we covered this all in way more detail. I think it's part of my planets playlist, but we actually went over these definitions and things like that a lot. I'm personally, hesitant to say these things off the top of my head because I'm not a huge expert on asteroids, comets, and meteors. So I heavily rely on this book I have and some other books I have, which I told you about already. Foundations of Astrophysics by Barbara Ryden. Bradley M. Peterson is one of them. And I did do a live on the topic. So I'd rather find you that live. Maybe I'll try to share that again and tag you so that you can listen to that. I will say asteroids, one thing about asteroids is that it's basically they're small planetesimal objects that have cooled down over time. They may even have craters. It's really part of a larger discussion of our solar system and the different objects in it. So we have different planets, we have dwarf planets, we have moons of these planets, we have asteroids, we have comets, we have meteors. I would approach from that direction and go check out my lives on our solar system, planets, giant moons, things like that. So this question is really part of that bigger topic of the solar system and the different objects in it. So I wouldn't skip the other stuff because that gives you good context. Hi, El Challen. Is it the end? No. We're still going. I'm just kind of cleaning and doing some dishes and doing some chores and answering questions about astronomy. And Austin here has been asking some good questions. So I've been just kind of answering those. But you could rewind and watch from the beginning if you'd like, or rewind a little bit. El Challen, how are you? Hi, El Challen. Hi, Combat Sports. Hi, Ace Wolf. Combat Sports says, is it the end? No, we're still live. Are you sick? You sound serious. I am kind of serious today, yes. Just the mood I'm in. It's been a while. I didn't attend your lives. I missed you. Thank you. Well, we missed you, Combat Sports. Ace Wolf says, who are you calling fat, Ace Wolf? You better watch it. Don't you call any of my kids fat. Why you in a mood? I don't know. I've got some things going on. It's been a long day. I did some sort of difficult things today, but I'm finishing it out with some chores that are not that difficult. So, uh, what Pakistan? Do you mean what is Pakistan? We can talk about that if you'd like. I am from that particular part of the world, around there anyways. I'm from India, so neighbors with Pakistan. So we could talk about that. I'm not sure what is going on, but keep your head up. Thank you, El Chalin. That is most very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That helped. I'm already in a better mood now. Thank you, El Chalin. You have lightened my mood already. Here we are. But anyways, Austin, hopefully I've been answering your questions, and hopefully that helps. Do you have any other questions? So Austin asked about black holes, and that's why I was talking about the black holes a little bit ago. But yeah, Austin, you should definitely check out the old lives where we talk a lot more about those same things. Oh, and also I think Austin asked about why my favorite planet. So Austin asked, what is my favorite planet and why? So first of all, I should say my favorite planet is Earth. That is our home planet. But I assumed that you're asking about some of the other planets. And so out of those, my favorite planet is Venus. So when I said Venus, I meant it's really my second favorite planet. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. And welcome. Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for liking. Know the horror they procreate on themselves. Who? To the end of the earth, I have Punjabi back. Okay. So, my favorite planet other than Earth, because Earth is our home. I love Earth. It's extremely comfortable compared to the other planets, as we have seen. And for more information on planets, you should definitely check out my playlist on planets. I have one now. And we have spent substantial time talking about planets. Not that we would ever get bored of that, because planets are very interesting. But I am sort of a Venusian kind of person. Venus is the planet of love in astrology. Not that I'm an astrology expert. But other than that, astronomy reasons why I like Venus is because it's actually very similar in size and mass and radius, that is what I mean. It's very similar in size and radius and mass as Earth. It is our twin planet in the solar system. It is the planet that is also closest to us. And I just love it. And I wish that its atmosphere wasn't poisonous. I also like that it has an atmosphere. It has a substantial, thick atmosphere, but it's very hot because, for a number of reasons. It's closer to the sun, its atmosphere is very thick, it has a bunch of greenhouse gases. So Venus is a reminder of what we could have been like. But instead we're lucky and we're on Earth, and there have been other processes that have made Earth the habitable planet. And we have oceans to thank for as well. And so it's this stark reminder that makes Venus my favorite planet. Gemini. No, I'm ruled by Venus, so I'm a Libra. What is your zodiac sign, if you're asking? If that's what you're asking or saying. I am a Libra, obviously. I would think that that would be obvious with the level of charm I possess. So, anyways, any other questions on astronomy, physics, cosmology, astrophysics, life, geography, anything? Kitty cats. I am still here, and I'm gonna finish the dishes now. Actually, I got sat down for a bit. Oh, look at this bamboo. Oh. Oh. I need to finish up because the kitty cats are being very impatient. They want their treat snack thing, but I spilled some water here, so I have to. Let me know your other questions, Austin. Any other questions? Let me know. Oh, and then tomorrow I'm gonna definitely go live, hopefully at a good time in the evening and everything, and we can do a full nice live episode, live stream, physics and cats tomorrow. Okay. There's a kitty cat butt. Thank you everybody for joining, and thank you so much for liking the live, by the way. Really appreciate that. Really do appreciate. Really do appreciate the appreciations. Here. Can be with Baji. Hi Baji. Baji will give you some company. Any other questions, Austin? Still here. Fuji. Okay. Come, Fuji Baba. Okay. Okay. She's gonna go get a new bag of their food from the other room. Look at this, quite a big bag. This big bag we're gonna put, they're very interested, put into the auto feeder some of it and put away the rest. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna give them treats right now. So you can see that whole process. Okay. Yes, baby. Sachi, 1 second, bacha. 1 second, Shona. They're very impatient. Baji, you're gonna get the slow bowl because you eat too fast. These are all the different bowls. One is gonna be water. The other 3 will be the snacks. And Baji is gonna get the snow bowl because he eats the snacks of the other people. If we're not careful, he will eat other kitty cat snacks. Baji! Fuji. Fuji's eating over here. Fuji's eating upstairs. It turns out. Because he needs privacy. Thank you for being in the live. Thank you for liking the live. Really appreciate it. If you see this as a video upload later on, feel free to comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know any general thoughts you have, and let me know any questions, suggestions. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow for my usual face live and talk about physics and everything like that. Chores ASMR. Filling up their auto feeder, and also actually cleaning parts of it. The litter robot situation, their bathroom situation was cleaned too today, so it's a full day of maintenance and chores and cleaning and logistics and accounts and all that. Where's that bag? Big bag. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here once again. Thank you for your support. And thank you for liking the live. Thank you for any super chats. Thank you for all your support as usual. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're getting pretty tired. So a few more minutes and then we will be off to bed, okay? So thank you so much for hanging out and asking your questions. If you see us, if you see this later, let me know your questions later on. You can put them as comments under the video upload. Baji! No, Baji, no. No, 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 no. He has to be given the slow bowl or he eats Suji Mama's food. We're trying to have somebody lose weight and somebody gain weight here. So okay. 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 Thank you for lighting the live. Hi, Steven. Thank you for being here. Hi, Steven. Happy Saturday. Yes. Hi, Steven. We've been cleaning, hanging out with the kitty cats, showing the cats, talking about astronomy, and doing some overall chores and giving them their food and everything like that. They just got their snacks. You can rewind if you'd like. We're about to finish up. Thank you for being here. actually cleaning parts of this auto feeder too, so it's looks a little different right now. Okay. Trying to make sure that Baji doesn't eat everybody's food here as part of the mealtime. Okay. Here's Baji. Do you want to say hi? Baji, do you want to say hi to Steven? Thank you. Here's Baji Baba. Here you go. Look at Baji with the Target bags. Target bags have laundry from the downstairs, but look at Baji. Hi Fuji. Hi Shona. Good job, Sachi. Sachi's using the... Hi Fuji. What's wrong, Fuji? Hi. Hi. Thank you for letting me know about that room. Hi. Oh my gosh. Y'all are too funny. Too funny right here. Right here, too funny. Let's see. Let's turn off some stuff. Too funny. Here's my coat closet / boots closet. Bedtime, mommy. Yeah, I know. Fuji's coming to get me basically for bedtime. That's what he's saying. Oh, I'm sorry, Sachi. Here's the mop. I'm taking out the mop. Actually, I think I'll put the mop. Keep it in here. I think it fits. Fuji's saying bedtime. He is very strict about bedtime, actually. He is. Oh, I see. Fuji knew that the food bag was in here, but now it's not, and he's like, where did it go? Well, I moved it to give you your snack, and I moved it into the kitchen because now it was time for that. That's what happened. Let's go, Fuji. Let's go to bed. Fuji's saying bedtime, mommy. We did a bunch of vacuuming today. We did. We did. Oh, good job, Suji Fuji Baji. Alright, Baji will say goodnight to everybody now. Baji, say goodnight. Baji says goodnight. Love everyone. Fuji's saying, yeah, Mom, for real, I'm done. Baji says good night. See you tomorrow. Good night. Bye, Steven. Baji says good night. Oh. Suji's like, no. I'm done giving you attention for the day, Baji. I'm quite done.